Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. So now let's go to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where Jim and Phil have the call.
It's the divisional round in the NFL, and that means a trip to the conference championship is on the line here today on EA Sports.
Jim Nantz along with Bill Sims getting set for this divisional round matchup. Kickoff just minutes away.
Jim, every round of playoffs you get to in the NFL, the nerves get to be more of a factor. You can feel the energy. It keeps building. You got to make sure it doesn't hinder your play. Go out there and just do your job. Don't over-pursue. Don't try to make a big play to win it. Do your job. That will help your team the best way.
And Mason Crosby looks ready to get this one underway. McCoy lines up in the backfield.
Get ready.
From the gun,
Jeremy Maclin makes the grab, and that's a 2-yard gain.
Arm strength is a nice thing to have. When the window of opportunity is very small, quarterbacks with strong arms can still fire it in there. Nice throw right on target by the QB.
Second down and 8.
Macklin's got it, and a first.
Hard to play man-to-man against such a quality receiver. You kind of mix up the coverage. You play straight man-to-man, you're going to give up a lot of completion.
First down here after the completion.
Let's go.
Play fake. Out to Cooper. They are in the backfield in a hurry and will bring him down for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers with a nickel look here on defense. The Eagles take it from the 23. Middle.
And he's going to be tackled right around the 31-yard line.
Now 3rd and 10 following the run. The Packers defense now is going to go nickel. The Eagles snap it at the 31.
Looking to the right side and throwing.
Breaks out of the tackle.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
The offense back on the field here for this 4th and 4.
The Eagles come out with a split backfield.
Let's go.
He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun.
That's a missed opportunity, and now they'll have to bring out the defense.
Smith's lined up now as a slot receiver. First down at the 20.
Looks to his left.
He's wide open for the grab. Has the first down.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. The defense comes out in the dime
From the shotgun. Trying to plow ahead. And he's tackled just 2 yards short of a first down. And Matthews is going to get set in the slot for this snap.
2nd and 2.
Incomplete. The hit jarred the ball loose.
That's interesting. As you watch the receiver trying to make that catch, he knew the defender was close, so he didn't put all of his heart into it. The defender made a nice hit and knocks the football out to the ground.
LaShawn McCoy is in the backfield. Out to Cooper. Cooper tackled down. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Looking to go up top again on first down. McCoy is tackled down at the 45. Second down here. McCoy's lined up as the single back. Out to the left. Incomplete. Almost going in the other direction.
Every quarterback in the NFL is going to have one or two passes a game that can be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
The jumbo set on the field. 3rd and 6. Keeps it here. Keeps churning ahead. Can't find the target on the pass underneath.
Well, quarterbacks know on 3rd down they got to make a decision and get rid of that football because the defense, they are coming after you. That time just not good enough, and he throws an incompletion.
The offense is back on the field here for this 4th and 6 play. Smith's lined up in the slot. The Eagles will take the snap from the 45. Well, we'll be switching sides with this one. Ball's going the other way.
The Eagles that time go for it on.
McCoy lines up in the backfield. He'll take the snap from the gun. Almost intercepted that time.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
The Packers lined up in the nickel. They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. Here, down. First down here after the completion. Offense lines up here. Drop back, shotgun formation. No separation at all. Incomplete.
Quarterbacks love to see a receiver have this type of play. Even though he doesn't make the catch, the effort is outstanding, and he's given everything he has to make that catch.
And Matthews is in the slot. Snapping out of the gun. Could have been intercepted.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted and the guy dropped it. You just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
On the way, 3rd down. LaShawn McCoy is in the backfield. Out of the shotgun formation. Gets it out for the completion. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down. The Packers come out in the nickel. From the gun. Throws the pass. This is going to set up a change of possession.
That is...
First and 10. Here's Ertz. Brought down after a gain of 15. Tight ends are absolutely crucial to what an offense does now, and we're seeing why here in this first half, partner.
Yeah, we are, Jim, and I think it started years ago where the New England Patriots would come on the field and use multiple tight ends. It was a good way to fool the defense and be able to throw it to the tight end, and it's working so far here today for this offense.
When you look at the numbers to this point, right now it's all about the tight end, Phil.
It is. You know, it used to be you only double-team wide receivers to the outside of offensive formations. Now these tight ends are so good, you have to double-team the guy inside. I suggest the defense start trying to do that.
And Matthews is a receiver in the slot. Dropping back now into the shotgun. Shows all kinds of awareness here as he picks up the first down. The Eagles lined up. Everybody split out wide. First down at the 47. The defense gets a sack.
Well, I know this feeling. When a blitzer's coming, nobody's there to block him. There's nothing you can do as a quarterback, but try to protect yourself because you're going down.
That leads us to second down.
And Matthews is lined up now as a slot receiver.
Looking across the middle, Brent Selleck makes the catch.
And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field. McCoy lines up in the backfield.
Third down and 3.
McCoy looking out wide.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
The Eagles have it at the 44.
Looking for some daylight up the middle. New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground. Nickel formation for the defense here.
And Matthews is going to get set in the slot for this snap.
Sticks to his hands. Tries to ward off a defender with a stiff arm. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Nickel formation here for the defense.
They'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. Oh, and almost picked off that time.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
Second down following that incompletion. This long drive continues.
Out of the shotgun. Had it for a moment, but the ball is knocked out, incomplete.
This man was put on this defense for this reason alone. Make the big hits. Give your team some momentum and also put a little fear in the offensive players when they get the football.
The Eagles snap it at the 31. My goodness, what a hit. And the ball falls incomplete.
Ertz has really hit hard that time. And I know the football hit his hands, but when a defender times it perfectly like that, with that much power and speed going into that receiver, you are going to let that football go. That's human nature. Really good job by the defensive player.
Fourth down and 10, and they're going to go for it. Sproles is a running back normally, but this time lined up as a receiver in the slot. From the shotgun, he'll throw it over the middle. And this pass goes incomplete as he was looking short that time.
First down and 10. Throws the pass.
Caught for the first down.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. The defense comes out in the nickel. On this passing down, the defense comes out in the nickel.
They're going to get him here for a sack.
Well, you see it all the time. When the offensive line can't stop the defensive pass rush, then you have your running backs hit a defensive lineman before they go out for the pass.
Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. And they knock the quarterback to the ground.
Beautiful timing that time by the safety. That's what it's about when you talk about blitzing. Space the field properly so the safety has a lane to run into, and timing the snap of the ball. They did everything right that time. Good job of the safety getting that sack.
The Eagles have it at the 34. Burnett's able to knock that pass away for the incompletion.
Well, you're down. Here you are in the first half of the game. If it was fourth and short, I could see the coach trying to switch things around. If he might go for it. But we have fourth and long. Punt that football down there. Don't make a decision that puts your team in a hole that they can't get out of.
And a touchback here will bring the ball out to the 20. The Packers defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. First down at the 30. Gets away from the pressure. Has to get rid of it. And off the mark on that short throw.
Really good job that time by the quarterback. Nice. Get out of the pocket. Find some extra time to throw it. But look at the receivers. Well, look at the defenders all over the receivers down the field. There was nowhere to throw it.
Here's Ertz.
Good piece of tackling. First down, offense readying for the snap.
And Matthews is lined up in the slot. Out to Cooper. Cooper tackled down.
First down here. Defense ready in the goal line formation on this one.
Out of the gun. Here's the handoff. Charging Eagles in the end zone.
Just an awful job, wasn't it, by the defense? I mean, it's first and goal. Well, you know it's going to be a run, or I think you should be.
Let's go. First and goal to go from the 2.
Looking across the middle and pick up about 4. That's second down coming up. Offense lines up here.
Will go ground. Burnett's able to read that play and make the hit. The Eagles with no timeouts left.
Offense ready to play after calling a timeout.
The next snap will come from the 2-yard line.
The defense loading up on the line, getting set for this snap.
That's a gain of only a yard.
It's third and goal. You don't get it in the end zone. What do you do now? I think you go for it. You call the right play. Give your team a chance to put a touchdown on the board.
So that's going to do it for the first half. Eagles are up in this one.
All right, welcome to the Verizon Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back now at the first half. Here in the playoffs, you hope to have close games where both sides are putting it all on the line. And that's what we have so far.
And Matthews is in the slot.
Let's go.
First down at the 20. Here's Ertz. Gains 12.
Well, this tight end is bouncing back. That's a big deal in this league, Phil. And he didn't have a good game last outing, but today, a completely different story.
Well, he's such a good player, Jim, that it's hard for him to have 2 bad games in a row. And so far today, he has been sharp, and the quarterback is putting it right on target.
Throws to the right. And that's a gain of maybe 5. So they complete that one, yet it's still second down. Wow, looks like the defense encroached.
Encroachment, defense. Still second down.
Second down coming up. Huffs a receiver in the slot. They'll go shotgun here. And he's forced to the ground. Can they overcome the sack? Third down on the way. Split backfield here. Takes it from the gun. Reaches out and grabs it. Throws the stiff arm. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the quarterback. And Daniels is all over that offense and brings him down. Split backfield here. Second down and a long way to go. Hawks able to knock the pass away.
Good job by the linebacker. Just watching the quarterback, reading his eyes. He made the move at the right time, and he knocked the pass down.
Let's see what they do on this third down situation. They've come out in the dime package.
Get ready.
From the gun. Gets it out for the completion. He's tackled at the 28. First down here after the completion. Big and open. That's what this tight end's been today, Phil.
Yeah, we see it more and more. Tight ends getting the football from their quarterbacks wide because they're going against linebackers. They're faster and usually bigger than the linebackers. That's matchups you love on the field.
First down at the 18. Got the completion. McCoy taken down.
Jim, when you get down the red zone, you have to be very careful as a quarterback not to turn the football over. Good decision that time by the quarterback. Gets the completion, and they get a nice solid pickup that time.
Brought down by Neal. This drive now about to reach the 10th play of the series. What a drive this has been. Midway into the third. And that's a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And here we have second down. That encroachment penalty gives the offense a free 5 yards.
Yeah, when you play offense in the NFL, you take all the free yards you can get. That's just a good break for the offense right there.
Still second down.
Coming up, second down. Marching down the field and taking their time. And this will end up as a 2-yard loss. This has been a long drive so far. Third and goal from the 5. Line, they'll end up losing 1. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. He'll throw it over the middle. They fail to convert, and now a change of possession. LaShawn McCoy is in the backfield. From the gun. Almost intercepted.
The defense did everything right in that situation. They were in the right slot. They were smart. They read the quarterback's eyes, but they dropped the pass.
After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the quarterback. The tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down.
Both secondaries have really stepped up today, Phil.
Yeah, they have. It's so hard to be a defensive back in the NFL to cover some of the fastest runners in the world to do that. And also we know they can't touch them either, so they're having an outstanding day.
Failing to complete that one, so second down here.
Get ready.
He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. Makes the reception. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down. From the shotgun, Jeremy Maclin makes the grab. Gains 16.
That's what you want to do. Get a first down while you're on top and keep that clock moving and just controlling the football game. Good job by the offense managing things so far here today.
No margin for error from just outside the goal line and looking underneath. This will go incomplete.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
Let's go.
Second and goal from the 5. Very nearly intercepted.
It's third and goal right here in a close game. This offense, they want to take control. If they score right here, that could give them control of this game.
Stepping up to the line at the 5. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the quarterback. No room to complete that one.
Good job that time by the defense. They stop him short on third and goal. What will the offense do? I'm sure the defense is hoping they go for it.
Needing 5 to move the chains.
Let's go.
They'll turn it over on downs.
Well, they're winning.
First down at the 24. Wants to go deep. And Hayward nearly had the pick.
Every quarterback in the NFL is going to have 1 or 2 passes a game that can't be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
It's now second down. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the quarterback. Almost intercepted.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
The Eagles have it at the 24. And he's going to be dropped. And that's a 3 and out for the offense. The Packers with a nickel look here on defense.
Get ready.
He's looking to the right here on this throw.
In the fourth quarter,
Quarterback coming to the line. hoping to avoid being sacked for a 6th time in this game. And Phil, talk about a tight end who has been so good at freeing himself, making plays throughout the game. This is the guy.
Yeah, and what a day he is having. I'll tell you, the way things are going for tight ends in the NFL, defenses change what you're doing, which you have to do every once in a while. You're going to have to drop a defensive lineman back in coverage just to help the linebackers out covering these tight ends.
2nd down. Offense lines up here. Looking to the right side and throwing. McCoy taken down. 3rd and 4 coming up following that completion. Offense lines up here.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Brent Selleck makes the catch. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 5 times today. Really been beat up. They're going back up top. Throwing now to his left. Incomplete. Almost going in the other direction.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted and the guy dropped it. You just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
And Matthews is lined up now as a slot receiver. Almost intercepted that time.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
The Eagles come to the line of scrimmage and empty out the backfield. Everyone split out wide.
Good timing by the defensive player that time. He gets to the receiver just as the football is getting there and makes the hit, knocks that football loose.
They bring back out the offense to go for it. Smith's going to get set in the slot for this snap. The Eagles take it from the 43. Has the reception all alone. That's a gain of 10.
I thought it was a little too early to take that gamble. You're down by a few points in the second.
Quarters formation here for the defense. Now 1st and 10. Here's Ertz. Gains 18. It's hard to find many tight ends having a better year than this one, Phil, and it's continued throughout today's game.
You're right. It's one of the best years in the NFL by a tight end. I'll tell you what, I think it's one of the best of all time by a tight end. What a year and what a day today.
2nd down after the incompletion. And Matthews is lined up in the slot.
Get ready.
Time's running out of this one. Midway through the 4th. Williams going to make the tackle. 3rd down here. Offense trying to pick up the 1st. Quarterback coming to the line. Hoping to avoid being sacked for a 6th time in this game. He'll take the snap from the gun. Throws the pass. And Matthews has got it. 1st down. The offense is set at the line for the 1st down after that completion. Time is beginning to fade, but the quarterback knows his team still has a chance. He must produce something in a hurry.
Could have been intercepted. The defense did everything right in that situation. They were in the right spot. They were smart. They read the quarterback's eyes, but they dropped the pass.
2nd down following that incompletion. Time is running out here in the 4th, and the defense is trying to preserve this win. They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. Darren Sproles makes the catch. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field. Getting set as fast as they can. Split backfield here. Drop back, shotgun formation. And they'll end up losing 4 here. The offense still on the field here on 4th down, needing 4 to stay on the field. The Packers have figured out a way to finally slow down a running game. It's been a big point of contention for them all season long. Thankfully for them today, they figured it out.
Yeah, they have. You know, listen, these defensive linemen all year long, all they've wanted to do is rush the quarterback. But today, they've settled in, they're being tough, and they're stopping the run. Good job.
2nd down now. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 5 times today. Really been beat up. McCoy's delayed start. Now taking off on the draw play. 2 minutes remaining, and you're watching the NFL. Third down coming up. Needing a first at this point. Play after play after play here on this drive. 3rd and 9. He's got the catch. Gains 15. First down. Let's see what they come up with here. The long drive continues. The Eagles from the 27. Here's Ertz. Tackled, and this will be a new set of downs.
Big first down by the offense that time. Here in the second half, they're losing a close game, and you get that first down. It just gives you confidence. It opens up the playbook, and it just gives you a better chance of going down the field and getting the score.
Incomplete as he was looking short.
Jim, when you get inside the other team's red zone, inside the 20-yard line, and you're down some points, you're thinking touchdown in these situations.
Mounting a serious drive. Quick drop back. Throws to the right. Airtight coverage. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
This long drive continues. Snap it out of the gun. Darren Sproles makes the catch, and that's a gain of 13.
Hard to throw the football down the field once you get into the red zone. That time the quarterback, well, he knows that. And he looks down there, nobody open deep, throws it short, and they get a nice solid pickup on that play call.
First down. Pressure on every snap now. What a drive this has been. Short run, and it's a touchdown.
Nice job up front by the offensive line. They get a good push. Easy for the quarterback to run.
One team's hopes have been dashed. The other gets to live for another week and one step away from a possible Super Bowl. Heading on to the conference championship next week. This truly was. For Phil Simms, Danielle Bellini, and Larry Ridley, Jim Nance saying so long for now, and we leave you with the GMC Never Say Never moment of the game.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. With a spot in the Super Bowl on the line, everything is on the line in today's conference championship matchup. Now we'll go down to Lincoln Financial Field for this matchup.
One team will make one more step towards immortality as we welcome you to the NFC Championship game here on EA Sports.
Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Bill Sims, and welcome to the NFC Championship game. Whole lot at stake here. The winner moves on to the Super Bowl. And Phil, your thoughts before kickoff?
Well, we know it's a big game, don't we, Jim? I mean, listen, up here in the booth, you and I, we're both a little nervous, and we're not even playing it. That's how big it is to think that you're one step away from the Super Bowl. But just do your job. Think about what you have to do each play. If you do that, that'll take away the nerves and also keep you from making that big mistake.
Matt Bosher ready to kick it away to start the game.
Get ready. First 38. First 38.
McCoy's going to secure the handoff. That picks up 7.
Hard to judge sometimes what time of possession really means in an NFL game. But I know this, when you run the football like that and you pick up decent yards, that's a good thing for the offensive side and a great thing for your football team.
Split backfield here.
Well, let's go. Grab 38. Grab 38.
The Eagles from the 27. The defense gets the sack.
Well, that's the quarterback's fault. My gosh. The safety, that's who he is supposed to look at all times when he's under center and when he drops back. He takes his eyes off of him, and what happens? Well, he gets sacked.
The Eagles from the 22. The catch is made.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down. Split backfield here.
Well, let's go. 188. 188.
The Eagles line up. Split backfield. Out of the shotgun formation. Makes the reception.
Ooh, they failed to pick up the first, and the ball will go back to the other side.
First down at the 20. Handoff made. Brought down at the 29.
Second down here after that run play. Offense lines up here. Trying to work that left side.
Keeps his legs moving.
Be an overrated stat in games many times, but one thing you want to do, throw and catch it just like this to pick up those first downs and keep it going.
Let's go.
First down at the 38. Here's the give to LaShawn McCoy. And that's a big-time tackle that keeps them 3 yards short of the first down marker.
Second down coming up.
Smith in the slot.
Well, let's go.
Secures it with 2 hands. That'll put them in what we call plus territory.
Quarterbacks always love play-action passes. Why? Because it usually gives them a little more time to throw. When you get more time, you're going to make a better decision, and you're going to be more accurate.
First down at the 45. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. He's taken down at the 35. And now they'll try over again on second down. McCoy lines up in the backfield.
Get ready.
Throw to the left.
Got the completion. They'll mark the football at the 22.
Hard to play man-to-man coverage all the time in the NFL. That time we see the man-to-man coverage, the quarterback sees it. Nice throw.
First down here after the completion. The Falcons defense now is going to go nickel. They'll run it. Here's the handoff for a gain of about 5. This will be second down. They're going to run it right. Gains 13. First down here after the run. That defensive front looks impenetrable here on the goal line. Back to the ground. Picks up maybe 3. Second down here. The defense is ready to plug up the middle here on the goal line. Again, they'll lean on him. And he's in for the touchdown.
Good job on that touchdown. That puts them ahead. And it's always, of course, better to be ahead than behind.
Marching down the field and taking their time. From the gun. Darren Sproles makes the catch, and that's a gain of 10. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Sproles is in the backfield. Dropping back now into the shotgun. Pulls it in, and he's tackled. He'll be a yard short of the first. That was a nice reception, but not enough for the first down. Second down coming up. And Matthews is a receiver in the slot. We'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. Tackle's made, and the first down is picked up. They're able to move the chains after that last run. Sproles, middle, and gains about 1. That leads us to second down. And Sproles gets the football, and that gains a few. Third down on the way.
Let's go.
Here's Ertz. He'll pick up 7 this time.
Well, when you keep chipping away with these short throws, sooner or later that defense is going to come up, and when they come up, that's when you throw it over the top.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. First down at the 48. LaShawn McCoy takes the handoff, and they tackle him down at the 37-yard line. The Eagles have fallen back on what they do quite well, and that's run the football. McCoy is near the top of the league in rush yards, and he's showing why today.
It is hard in the NFL to run the football like this every single week, but here we are again, and they are getting it done.
That's second down coming up. LaShawn McCoy is in the backfield. To the ground, trying the right side, and that gains 1. Third down. Falcons lined up in the nickel. Midway, second quarter. He's looking to the right here on this throw. And McClain nearly picked off that pass.
Whoa, the quarterback took a big sigh of relief after that throw. That pass was close. It was nearly picked off. And sometimes you just gotta make a better decision at the quarterback position.
Going for it on fourth down. Smith lined up now as a slot receiver. Out of the shotgun. What a spectacular reception. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. This has been a long drive so far. Play after play after play here on this drive. From the shotgun. And he's taken down.
Well, the right side, Jim, the right tackle and the right guard. They look confused. They don't know what to do, so they just get run over, and the quarterback falls down.
The long drive continues. The Eagles from the 32. Looking across the middle. The defense had that one covered.
Jim, in a situation like this, you just got to be smart. It's 3rd and long. You're winning the football game. Don't take any chances. Don't turn it over. If you punt it, that might be a good thing.
The Eagles from the 32. The pass is incomplete. There was no one open.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
There's a flag out.
Encroachment, defense. Still 4th down.
The Eagles go for it on 4th and long, and it does not work out.
Well, listen, 4th and long, no matter when you go for it, your chances of making it are not very good. And that time it doesn't work. Good job by the defense being alert and knowing the situation.
First down at the 29. No one in sight. Has the grab. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field. And Matthews is going to get set in the slot for this snap. No one was open.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
2nd down coming up. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. He'll fire it out to the left. Incomplete.
Well, your teammates are really going to respect you after something like this. Anytime you're on that field as an athlete, and when you give all your effort to every single play like that time, how about that? Just giving every bit of effort he can to make the catch. Not able to get it, but what a job and effort. Every quarterback in the NFL is going to have 1 or 2 passes a game. They can be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
Offense back on the field here for this 4th and 10 play. And Matthews is lined up in the slot. Out of the gun. He'll throw it over the middle. That's a failed conversion, but you might as well look at it like a turnover. It's going back. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. 1st and 10. Scrambling out of the pocket. Launching it deep. Oh, and almost picked off that time.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
Let's go.
2nd down and 10. Has his target. Fights through contact. Good yardage picked up on that call. 1st down coming up. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one.
Get ready.
Catch made. The Eagles now move the chains. The Eagles, 1 timeout remaining. First down here after the completion. Ready for intermission. First, one more play.
Red 38. Red 38.
Going for the home run. Makes the play. That does it for the first half. Falcons trailing this one. Smith's in the slot.
Let's go.
Had it for just a second, but then it came out on contact.
Good anticipation that time by the defender. He gets to the receiver just as the football's arriving, and he makes a beautiful hit to knock the football loose.
2nd and 10. Finds his mark. Breaks away. Smith met at the 44. Now looking at 3rd down. The Falcons come out in the nickel.
Get ready.
Throws the pass. Had it for a moment, but then lost it on the hit.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
The offense is still on the field here on 4th down. Needing 5 for the first. Sproles is out in the slot.
Red 38. Red 3.
They'll go shotgun here. Failed to pick up the first down, and they'll give the ball back to the other side. The Eagles are at the line of scrimmage with a spread formation. Takes it from the gun, eyeing that left side. And no one is going to catch this one as it goes out of bounds. And here we have 2nd down. Split backfield here. From the gun. Looks to his left. Ball's thrown incomplete. Great coverage there by the defense.
That's what you expect in the NFL nowadays from the players, especially these receivers. They're so aggressive, so athletic. They go all out for every catch. That time he just lets it all go. Not able to make the catch, but I'll give him an A for effort.
3rd and 10. Incomplete. Looking underneath that time.
Walker's persistence, it pays off this time. He knows he can't get to the quarterback, so what does he do? He stops, gets those big arms and hands up, and swats that football away.
Split backfield here.
Well, let's go.
From the gun. And McClain nearly picked off that pass.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted and the guy dropped it. You just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
After the incomplete pass, it brings up 2nd down.
Get ready.
McCoy taken down after that run. 3rd and 8 for the offense. Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. Almost intercepted.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
Offense is still on the field here on 4th down, needing 8 yards for the first. And Matthews is a receiver in the slot. He makes the catch. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field. The Eagles with an empty backfield look here. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. He's got a little bit of daylight here. Has 12 on this play. New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground. Smith's lined up now as a slot receiver.
Get ready.
Looking across the middle, here's Ertz. That picks up 11. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Quickly to the line.
Let's go.
From the shotgun. Makes the reception. Tackled just 3 yards short of the first. Looking at the passing numbers on both sides of the ball, they're just not there. The coverage has been good, and it's been hard to move the ball against those secondaries.
Yeah, good job for the defense today. They got a good pass rush going. The coverage has been good down the field. And also, the defense has been good, but the quarterback has not been real sharp.
First and goal from the 10. Makes the catch. He's stacked up at that point. Coming up, second down. The defense comes out of the dime. He'll take the snap from the gun. In the end, it picks up only a yard. That is play number 10 on this drive. They get set quickly, ready for another snap. Third and goal from the 4. Someone got a paw on it.
Big decision for the coach this time, Jim. You failed on third and goal. What do? Do you go for it? I say you call the play and you try to put up.
Offense still on the field here on fourth down, and they'll need to pick up 4 for the first.
Get ready.
That's a missed opportunity, and now they'll have to bring out the defense. First down at the 18. Down the field and sailing out of bounds. It's now second down. They bring in the extra tight end. He'll throw it over the middle. Here's Ertz. They'll mark him at the 40. The Falcons, one of the best in the league at getting after the quarterback, but today no pressure, and they're paying the price, Phil.
They are paying the price, Jim. You know, you look at this, you can't always expect your defensive line or your defense to get pressure on the quarterback. When you don't, the defensive backs must come through with good pass coverage. They have not done that here.
Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. And that's Trufant, who almost had the interception.
The defense did everything right in that situation. They were in the right spot. They were smart. They read the quarterback's eyes, but they dropped the pass.
After the incompletion, 3rd and 4 coming up. McCoy lines up in the backfield. And incomplete. What a hit that time.
That's interesting. As you watch the receiver trying to make that catch, he knew the defender was close, so he didn't put all of his heart into it. The defender made a nice hit and knocks the football out to the ground.
The Eagles at the line of scrimmage. Split backfield. They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. Well, we'll be switching sides with this one. Ball's going the other way. The Eagles come to the line with an empty backfield. 1st and 10. Unbelievable catch. He's taken down at the 23. And Matthews is going to get set in the slot for this snap. Up the middle. And that's a gain of 9. First down here after the run. Smith's lined up in the slot. Throws the pass. With 2 hands, he has it. Second down. Wasting no time now for this next play. Drop back, shotgun formation. Looking across the middle. And now
will be on the other side of the 50 after this play. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. Selleck's going to pull in the bullet pass. Taken down at the 27. First down here after the completion. Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. And there's only 2 yards to be found right there. Second down now. Smith's in the slot.
Let's go.
Finds his mark. That's a gain of 8.
That's a nice play that time by the offense, getting the first down. They're up here in the second half, and they're moving the football. That's a great feeling.
First down at the 17. Up the middle. Gains 5. This will be the 8th play of this drive. No need to huddle. Hurry up offense. Second down and 5. Has his man. Taken down a yard short of the first. The Eagles lined up. Everybody split out wide. Snapping out of the gun. Taking it up the middle. The Eagles get a first down. They're able to move the chains after that last run. Mounting a serious drive. Underneath and incomplete that time.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
Failing to complete that one. So second down here. This long drive continues. McCoy's taking the handoff. Jackson's an animal on that play. What a drive this has been. Third and goal from the 6. Makes the grab. Touchdown.
It's pretty tight down in here when you got third and goal. Not a lot of room for receivers to work in, but the quarterback and receiver, they're on the same page. Good throw and catch.
Marching down the field and taking their time. Out of the shotgun formation. Pass is made, but the hit knocks the ball out. Incomplete.
Good timing by the defensive player that time. He gets to the receiver just as the football is getting there and makes the hit, knocks that football loose.
The Eagles snap it at the 36. Here's Ertz. That'll stop the play right there. Creating space and being a big target. That's what we've seen out of this guy today, Phil.
No doubt about it. He is a talented tight end. In the NFL, the coaches are doing a better and better job of finding ways to get tight ends more chances to catch the football, and this guy's taking advantage of it so far here today.
2 minutes remaining in the game. They've come out in the dime package. Back to the air here on first down. Out to the left. Cooper's got the catch and the first. That'll stop the clock with that timeout. Falcons return now. They're leading, but this defense knows it's all on them to play big inside the red zone. That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. McCoy's got it. And he's in for the touchdown.
First and goal with the offense about 90% of the time.
And Matthews is a receiver in the slot. Stiff arms to stay on his feet.
still powering ahead. And the tackle is made right around the 39-yard line. The Falcons use another timeout here, and they have one left. The defense needed to slow this game down. That timeout might be very useful. Now they're ready to go. New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. The tackle was made. Defense now signaling for a timeout. First down here after the run. This will be the final snap. McCoy's handed the football. He's going to be tackled right around the 46-yard line. The Eagles elect to take a timeout here before the second down snap. We're back, and the offense is ready to roll after the timeout. This will be a long one for 3. No good. They started with practice back in July, training camps, all through the regular season. This was the goal from the beginning, to advance to the Super Bowl. And they have done so today with their win in the NFC title game. So that's going to do it in this one. For Phil Simms and all the crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.